your opinion, what are some of the stresses you face on a daily basis?
Daily basis, dealing with or interacting with customers, interacting with employees, facing the problems they may present is 9 times out of 10 the biggest stress factor. Meeting expectations from both sides of the table, employees as well as customers are certainly the top ones. Meeting shareholder expectations is another one. That's it in a nutshell.
Okay. And out of those stresses that you named above, what were the most stressful? What are the most stressful ones you have to deal with every day?
I would say meeting customer expectations.
And do you have a specific reason why those are, that is the most stressful?
Well, in my job we have over 350 different distributors, and what fits for one doesn't fit for the other one, or what works for one doesn't work for the other one. So trying to find a happy medium in the decision that you make that satisfies everybody is sometimes stressful and difficult to do.
Okay, and did you find that your stress level increased as you were promoted?
My prior position as president, I more or less held the same responsibilities. When I became CEO, the additional responsibility of increasing shareholder value was thrust upon me. So, yes, in that regard, it did increase.
Okay, and what would you say was more stressful, being under someone figuratively, or having people under you?
I would say having people under me, for sure.
That's more stressful?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Again, I have 145 employees, and the same issue arises. You're making decisions on a daily basis that may impact one or two, and they may be satisfied with your decision, but the other 138 typically aren't. So it's trying to find a happy medium that's difficult.
What are some of the daily duties as a CEO of a company?
Typically, first thing in the morning every day, I have a production meeting at 8:30. We spend about 30 minutes to an hour going over the day's activities. Primarily, we're looking for anything that's going to impact the day's performance, whether it happened the day before or something we're anticipating. And the ultimate goal is to make sure we meet customer satisfaction, and that comes through in the form of order fulfillment. So we're very quickly in the morning, we're identifying problems, and then through the rest of the day, we're trying to execute our production plans. So that's the first and foremost, and then we spend the rest of the morning looking at the performance, either month to date, year to date, of the company, trying to identify trends, the direction of the company, what we need to do to make sure we meet our budget, meet our strategic plan. I deal with lawyers, bankers, customers, suppliers. It's typically a very busy day.
Okay, and sidetracking from stress here, do you find that your last position was easier or harder than your current one, as in like work?
I would say my last position was easier, for sure.
Okay. And what were the main responsibilities of your last position?
Before I became president and CEO, I was the executive vice president of production. So my responsibilities and scope of work were more focused towards production, and the financial aspects, the HR, IT, all the things that I'm responsible for now weren't within my scope of responsibilities. So the prior position, because of the scope, was I would say much easier.
Okay, and are there some stress relievers of your job?
Yeah, there are. After I leave the office, I try to leave it behind, and believe it or not, one of my stress relievers is my children. I like to accompany them on their sports. So my son plays basketball and football and baseball. My daughter plays soccer, and that's, for me, a stress reliever. I really enjoy that.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Familiar faces, worn out places.